Welcome back to Ben's Garage. We're back on the spanners. Here you can see, this is the Husqvarna M53s Pro. Fantastic mower, absolutely brilliant. Front wheel drive, mulching deck. It's all cast aluminium. It's alloy wheels with proper wheel bearings in it, rubber tyres. These were retailing for about £1,000 when they were new. I bought this for 80 quid, which was a bit of a bargain. We have spent a bit of money on it. I've put a new gearbox on it. It's had new front wheels, because obviously being front wheel drive, the good thing is with front wheel drive is you can push the mower down, front wheels come off the floor, and you can get round trees quite easily. I hope this wind isn't going to upset anyone. So it's got a job to start now. It's really, you pull it and it pulls you back in. I'm just going to replace the engine. It's just the easiest option. My brother went into Devon Garden Machinery, where he gets all his parts from. They're the Husqvarna dealer. Almost got one ordered, but then they couldn't import it from America because of the emissions regulations or something along those lines. I have found an engine on eBay for about £250 in Germany, but of course I need to know the size of the shaft again. So basically I'm just going to pop this engine off, hopefully, if it all goes to plan, whip the engine off and measure the crankshaft that sticks out at the bottom, and we should be good to go for ordering one. So let's crack on. I'm going to turn the mower on its side. We're going to get the blade off. Now on these Honda engines you always want to turn it exhaust pipe side. I can't remember if Briggs and Stratton engines were the same, but I've always turned them to the side of the exhaust pipes on. That way you don't get oil come running out of your carburetor and making a mess everywhere. So I shall pop this over on its side. Just want to see how easy it'll be to disconnect these cables. It's going to be a sod, I can tell. Here we go. Right, there's your dead man thingy. I'll see if I can do this screw with the pliers. Looks like I might be able to do it. We'll take this right off. We don't want to lose any bits. Basically I think that's the only thing that connects the engine to the controls. There's your throttle cable. So I'll put that. I've got a little bucket for all my parts. So now they're off out the way, I think we need to tip it on its side. Take the blade off. I think the blade is 14mm, if I remember rightly. I think it is, but it's a bit rusted up. Use the trusty Makita. Take that out of there. Pop that in there. Oh, there's another washer. So we've got some nuts and bolts which hold the engine on. They're 13mm. So we'll swap sockets. Get a 13mm on there. Was that 13 or was that? Yeah. Right. I'll have to get that one out in a minute. That's two out. That one off. See if we can do this last one. This isn't easy when you've got no assistance and you're stuck in a pissing wheelchair. Alright. Oh, we'll try and retrieve these nuts and bolts now. And washers. Oh, that one went through. There's that one. So I need to slide the engine forward because there's a belt on the engine for the front gearbox. And get that nut. Oh dear. Oh, you bastard. So there we have, the engine is off. Push that over there out of the way. Oh dear. Luckily there's no petrol in this engine. So now, how does this come off? So we got this is the pulley here for the drive belt, which goes to the front gearbox. This is the boss piece, which is what the blade goes on. It is pretty chewed up, so I might see if I can get a new one of those and a new one of those. But this mower, according to the serial plate, is a 2009. This sort of mower is going to be a contractor's mower. They're quite fast. You've got to do a really brisk walk behind it to keep up with it. It's almost a jog. So it does cut the grass well, and it does, if you keep on top of cutting it with this mulching deck, it's really nice cut. It's adjustable, you adjust the things, the whole thing goes up and down at once, which is what these bars are for on here. It's just great, front wheel drive. I bought this cheap. It wasn't running quite right. I got it running better. We've put a new blade on it. I say we've done the gearbox. We put new wheels on the front. The back ones were fine because they don't do any driving. Put a new belt on it and a new front cover. It's just the engine. I mean, it is pretty. That's not compression tight. It does turn over, and there was oil in it, but I'm not quite sure what happened. But so yeah, we're going to try and find another engine. So this is going to be part one, yet again another one of our videos that's in segments, but I just thought I'd show you some footage, how easy it is to get an engine off the mower. Disconnect your control cables. We got the dead man's lever, the throttle cable, the drive belt. Most mowers will have a drive belt, whether it's rear wheel or front wheel. You know, it's got a roller. The hater we've got is a little bit more complicated, but I'll get into that when we get that one out. We're going to get that one up and running and sell that one because we don't need that living here. We don't need stripes. But this mower is going to be perfect. Hope you like this video. Hope it's been informative, and I hope I've not picked up too much wind noise. I've got my little mic on, so hopefully it's, you know, you can hear me. Things like this, chainsaws, mowers, strimmers, they're basic, really are basic. They don't take a lot of working out. You know, if you've got a little bit of common sense and you're a little bit mechanically minded, you can do anything on them really. 4 bolts and the engine's off. And you can pick it up, you know. It's not heavy. So yeah, hope you like this video. Please click the thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. From me and the Hobbit, wherever she is. It's bye for now.